Hi everyone. So today we are discussing about the Zoho books, how it can simplify the finances and streamline your operations. So first of all, it's dashboard. So what it says, it shows the total receivable, payable. These are the basic things for any business, and accordingly, it calculates the cash flow that you can track month on month basis or whatever period you want to select. You can customize there. Apart from that, income and expenses based on the monthly variations. You can track top expenses, you can select the expenses and bank and clearing account and cash, that all in the single page. And if you can see, there is a amount in bank and amount in Zoho books. What it helps, the bank is reconciled or not. You can easily track down. This is the feature of comparing budget. So you can fix the budgets for the period, and on the basis of the actual happenings, you can easily see the comparison, actual versus budgeted. If there is any variance, you can see easily, and you can cut down the cost or you can control the cost. So that is for you how Zoho books help. So starting thing is sales cycle. So if you opt for the sales order option, so from the sales order, you create a sales order for a customer. The customer is invoiced based on the work done and the payment comes later on. But in the single page, you can easily see, if you can check, there is a sales order, one is confirmed. If anything is invoiced, so that will be shown here. If the payment has been made, so that will be shown here. Just like last one, XYZ Limited, that is closed, 100% invoiced and 100% payment is done. So otherwise, all the invoices you can see on the live basis with the tag that status is overdue, pending, or paid. All the customers can be listed down in the single page where you can see if there is anything receivable from them or if they have paid anything advance. So similarly, to control the collections part, AR aging is mandatory for the key management person. So you can select. In this example, only 15 days interval is selected. If you want to select 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, any days, you can select and that will show accordingly. Similarly, in sales, we have the purchase module. So in the purchase module, all the bills will be there. The same status will be here, like paid, unpaid, or whatever the due date. So this will help to clear the outstandings of the vendor. That will help maintaining the credibility between the vendors. All vendors can be shown similar to the sales. What is the payables? And if you have made any advances, that can be shown here also. The approval system is a backbone of many companies where the creator is a different person and approver is a different person. You can also say this like maker and checker. So if one person is making, second person is checking and approving. Even if you have a hierarchy, so you can select the multi-level approval or the custom approval. With this, you can have the invoices and the bills approved at a different stages. So no approved bill can be changed later on by the lower authority. For the collection point of view, if the payment is not coming and you have to send the reminders to the customer, so there is an automation feature. You can set the reminders with certain intervals. You can customize the message as well. What message has to go to the customer? And customer have the customer portal on which he can see the ledger balances, his profile, whatever outstanding is there, and you can even stop the customer portal at any time. So that will be on a single click away. You can switch on the customer portal or off the customer portal. How it help? It help the accounting team with the interaction between the vendor or and the customer when they ask for what is the status of the bill or how much payment has been made, or they need your bank, your statement of accounts so that they can reconcile. So all these things will be done automatically by them only. Similarly, we can customize the payment section. When the customer wants to pay online, he has the option of NEFT RTGS for no doubt, but the payment gateways can be integrated, and even UPI payments will be free of charge and other gateways charge fees of 1 to 2% or 2.5%, you can select that and get paid on time. From the payment side to the vendors, as of now, five banks are authorized: SBI, ICI Bank, Standard Chartered, HSBC, and Yes Bank. That can be customized within the Zoho books, and you don't have to go to the banking site for making the payment. From the Zoho books itself, you can just click and make the payment with the relevant OTPs and the credentials. Vendor portal have the same features as a customer, so they can do their things. Now, let's see what is the basic automation and what is the advanced automation. So basic automation, like you can draft your invoices format, make your branding, and the invoice can be directly sent to the client. You can either mail the same with just click, or you can send through WhatsApp or SMS also. So this will save a lot of time from the creation of invoice to sending of invoice. That all will be in a single click away. In case of WhatsApp, the customers can be interacted with the WhatsApp, which is inbuilt in the Zoho books. You have to just configure that and you can make all the chatting from the WhatsApp within the Zoho books. Another few basic features are you can create the recurring invoice or recurring bills or the recurring expenses. So what this means, if you have to do certain invoicing or billing every month or every 14 days or every quarterly, so you can select the period, make the invoice and mark as a recurring. So that will automatically get generated. Team don't have to remind every time that invoice has to be generated on a certain date. Invoices will be generated automatically. Main part is when you have a bulk of invoices or bulk of bills. In case of especially e-commerce, there are a lot of bills. Even thousands invoices are there. One by one posting means a cumbersome job and very much time taking. So you can set the format in the Excel file and just upload. Within few moments, you can have all the invoices in your Zoho books. In case of bank, you can import the things and manage the transactions rule. What does it mean? Transaction rule means if there is a narration or amount or anything you specify, that voucher of the payment or receipt will be auto popped up for a particular entries. Just an example, if there is a bank charges and every month there are a bank charges or bank interest, you can create a transaction rule with certain codings. That expense will directly go to the relevant expense account. You can make this automatic transfer or you can make as a pop-up. So that will suggest that this account is selected. You just have to click and voucher is posted. There are a lot more features. You can set the digital signature, multiple GSTN, and workflow automation also. So there are a lot of features, much more features which you can add on to the Zoho books. Now, the question is whether it is compliance ready for the Indian team. Yes. E-invoicing is there. E-invoicing is just a click away. You have to just configure the Zoho books as well as the GST portal for e-invoicing. You create the invoice and just make a one click in e-invoice is ready. With the QR code, you can share the invoice accordingly. Similarly, e-way bills for the goods shipment, e-way invoice can be directly created from the Zoho books. That will ask for few details and that you don't have to go to the e-way bill site. The e-way bill will be generated directly. Compliance reports are always there in case of a accounts and finance team. So they can have the ready reports for various compliances, whether it is a GST, TDS, or the company law. GST returns can be generated and accordingly filed, mainly the TDS report. So on a month-to-month basis, if you want to make the payment, so section-wise, you can get the report. And even for filing of return, under each section, you can have the complete report where the name, PAN number, date, payment, TDS, everything will be there. So you can directly file the return with this data. Now, MSME is an additional requirement, and now companies and the audit SSCs has to submit that particular report to the government agencies. So you have to configure the same in while creating the vendor, and you can modify the same, and the report will be auto-generated. you can easily fetch the data and do your compliances. Now, the question is, Zoho Books is a cloud-based account. So can anybody access the data or data is safe and secure? Yes. So first of all, you can set the rules for each and every designation or employee, what one can do or he is not allowed to do. Even you can set a particular option totally off for a user. If you want to give them rights, you can give them rights. Accordingly, they can operate. In case of settings, there are a lot of settings which you can configure to get control of the Zoho Books and the users as well. Now, there are a lot of other applications are also there. Like some are using payroll, some using project, some using other softwares, not from the Zoho, even outside the Zoho as well. So for the Zoho applications, that can be directly integrated and there is no much hassle. Even in case of other software like Shopify or ShipRocket or similarly lot more software, they can also be integrated with the Zoho Books through the API request. And there is a custom module also. Whatever is not possible within the Zoho Books in the open options, you can get this customized with the help of some IT person that can be workable for your organization. Now, what is data security? So, user cannot access the data without particular features. So, like multiple factor authentication, if one can do, he has to do the multi-factor authentication. That means if someone has a password, he cannot open the Zoho Books. So he must have to have a multi-factor authentication. If you want to implement that, that is option. Another option is geofencing. So that means if you want to restrict a particular country, you can do that. Or if you want to allow only one country, so geofencing is there. Apart from that, IP addresses. As your company is using the internet, so internet provider has given you a IP address that can be static or variable also. In both cases, you can set that and even you can set the IP range. So no unauthorized access is allowed within the Zoho Books. Apart from that, there are a lot more features and transaction logging helps to close the, or you can say, close the books of accounts on a particular date. Unauthorized users or the users who are not allowed to do the editing will be restricted to make any changes or anything in the data. You can do the 100% locking or partial locking. So once the balance sheet is done or the particular period is done, you can close the item. Just an example, if sales return has been submitted, you can close the sales. So only sales locking can be enabled for a particular month. So that locking feature is there. Now, how about Zoho Books? We all comply our company, own company. So what is the status of the Zoho? Who is maintaining our data? So they are compliant with the international standard. You can see and you can even download all the big fours or the top players do the audits and you can check whether their reports is satisfactory or not. That is on international level. Now, for the management or stakeholders or the decision makers, the reports are mandatory. But right now, if you are using a traditional software, report generation means a cumbersome job. One has to complete the transaction, then extract the data, and then make the reports. But in Zoho Books, there are a lot of reports which are readily available. You can click at any time and you get the reports. That is totally subjected to transactions which are recorded. And these are not only the reports which are showing here, but there are a lot more reports even under these. Now, just an example. So balance sheet is a mandatory thing for a company. Profit and loss is also a mandatory thing, but you can see online comparison that can be monthly basis, periodical basis, or even branch basis. You can compare and select the same for your controlling purpose. Similarly, you can control the profit loss account and other things. Now, how Zoho keeps you ahead? So first of all, you must be aware about the GST changes recently. So Zoho has done wonderful job. So they have mentioned the revised rate on the HSN codes and they popped up on your Zoho books. You just have to review and accept the changes. The changes will be implemented in the Zoho. So they are already working in this. Apart from that, every month or every day, they are doing some things or more in terms of upgrading the resources, upgrading the software. So you can see in August, they have done the WhatsApp notification. Earlier to that, some more features are enabled in the Zoho book. So day on, day out, they are doing and making some upgradation in this. There is a page particular for the new users who want to understand the Zoho books. They can go and watch the videos, different videos. So many videos are there. In case there is any challenge, so you can reach out to us also. We can help in this. Now, you have to choose wisely whether you are upgrading yourself or you are struggling with the existing software. If there is anything which Zoho can help, you will be stress-free. Even the accounts and finance job is a number game and no one can be stress-free at ever. But arranging the things, getting the things in place, that is also a stress. Accurate report, timely report, accessibility, all these things can be accessed under the Zoho. So you can reach out to me and I will surely help in this. And in the next video, I will explain how Zoho operates, how to create the invoices, bills, and etc. So let's dive into the next session.